I am a big cheerleader for the CCNMA because it made a huge difference in my life. And a lot of people haven't heard about us. You know, I educate people all the time that we're the largest organization for Latino journalists on the West Coast. We're older than NAHJ, not to discredit NAHJ at all, but on the West Coast there are a lot of people who identify with the CCNMA.
I became involved in CCNMA as a student when I applied for my scholarship, and I was obviously awarded that, and it was a great experience to be on campus at USC, having CCNMA there, the Job Opportunities Conference, being able to go as a student and just talk to professionals and network and see what it was like being out in the real world and what I needed to do as a student, whether it be internships or writing for the Daily Trojan or just being out there asking questions.
I got my first scholarship right out of high school. I had just graduated my senior year and I decided to apply in April, got it in June. I went to the dinner, which was really great. I was so surprised at how elegant it was. I felt underdressed a little bit when I went up in there and met like this whole room of professional journalists, and I just felt like I was like in the presence of all these people that have done great things, and I felt honored to be there. And then to be like a freshman college student right out of high school, that was a big deal for me.
You know, for somebody who's a student at USC who may come from wealth, $500 might not mean a whole lot, but for me, who was there on scholarships and grants and financial aid and everything and anything I could get my hands on to be able to afford to be there all 4 years, $500 went a long way. I mean, maybe it paid for my books, or maybe it paid for my particular unit of a class. It was just, it meant a lot to me, and I don't think that I'd be in the place where I'm at right now if I didn't have that support of the organization.
CCNMA actually changed my life. I went to the job fair, gosh, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, when I was a student, and I was looking for a way to break out of the student mold and into the professional world, and I actually landed an internship with the Night Ritter Tribune, and it was a year-long internship, and it took me across the country. I got great experience, and I got hired at a small newspaper, and now I'm at the Houston Chronicle.
The CCNMA job fairs got me in contact with people from across the industry. I believe that's the first place that I met someone from the Los Angeles Times, which is where I got my first opportunity. It was a summer position, and after that I made contacts, and I don't remember which exactly led to what, but I met someone from Time Magazine, and I also interned at Time Magazine. I met people from the Associated Press and eventually landed an internship at the Associated Press, which is where I am today.
We believe in what CCNMA stands for, which is essentially diversity. And we believe it is important for all of society to be represented in the media through diversity. So that's why we volunteer our time to make sure that goal is met. We've had students placed at the New York Times, at the Miami Herald, at the Chicago Tribune, major metropolitan newspapers. We've also had some students hit some major market TV stations also, like Los Angeles, New York, I believe Dallas, Texas. So yeah, these students have gone on to have good and successful careers in journalism.